folks, my cousin, I saw him this weekend. He was talking about how he had his guitar and one of his strings he said wouldn't go into tune very well, his G string on his guitar. And I was telling him about a product I just recently learned about. I'm not getting paid to endorse this at all. This is something I bought at Guitar Center, and I gotta say this is pretty awesome stuff. This is called Friction Remover from D'Addario. So there's what it looks like. It comes in a case that looks like this. And it wasn't cheap. It was like 17 bucks or something. But I gotta tell you, this thing works miracles. What you do with it, I'll show you real quickly what's in here. Make this a very short video. So it comes with this little tube, looks like a syringe, and it has that stuck to it. These little brushes come in here with it. I don't know if you can see these really well or not with the GoPro. But they have little bitty tiny sponges on the end. And when I first got this, I thought I was going to have to clip the end off of it because I thought that it wasn't wanting to come out. But it's very thick. It's like almost like a jelly. And you have to, if you pull this little black thing off the end of it, you can squirt it and a little glob of it comes out. And what you do, it's super simple. You just loosen up the peg on your guitar string, whichever string is giving you trouble, or as what I've done is put it on every single one of them. And then you move the string aside, just pick it up slightly and pull it aside, and then you just put a little bit of that in there and work it in with those little tiny sponges there. So that little guy there, you just kind of work it down into the slot. And I'm here to tell you, like this is a super cheap Oscar Schmidt gold top copy, which I think sounds great. I've done a review of it. It was a little problematic getting it just exactly right in tune. And so I put little bits of this stuff in. It also did with my new Ibanez AS73. And I gotta say, it made a 1000% difference. It's almost like having a graphite nut here instead of this piece of plastic. So I'm just gonna say, pretty good product. Not cheap, but I can imagine that this, even what's in here, will probably do 50 guitars. Now you just be conservative with how much of it you're squirting out. And I've done a good bit of playing with particularly the AS73, and it doesn't seem to be giving out any or anything, so the stuff lubricates really well. And if you look on the case, it comes with some stuff. It says you can put it on other friction points as well, even down here on the bridge. I don't anticipate I'll ever do that. I don't usually ever have any problem with string slippage down here. It's almost always right here at this nut. That's where the problem point is. So folks, good little tip. Product worth having. If you're having trouble getting your guitars to stay in tune, I mean, it's the thing I find is with the cheaper guitars, usually the tuners are okay, but they might not be, I don't know, as finished as well as some of the other ones, or maybe they use sometimes an inferior product to make the nut. So, but the thing is strange is even if it's a cheap piece of plastic, you can make that nut work with some lubricant. And so the guys at Guitar Center told me right. Thumbs up to them. Peace to all who watch. Hopefully this has been a help. Subscribe to my channel if you like. More guitar tips there.